Imagine the last breath you will ever take. Imagine the moment your soul begins to leave your body, and you realize this is the end. There's no turning back. The world you once knew, the people you loved, the desires you chased, all of it fades in the background. In that moment, your heart will scream one question: was Allah pleased with me? This isn't a hypothetical. This is the reality for every one of us. Every soul shall taste death. But how you die, that's what will define your eternity. So today, we ask the question that every believer must face. What does a good death look like? And how can we live a life that ends in the pleasure of Allah? A good death is not about how expensive your coffin is, or how many people attend your funeral. A good death is when your soul departs while doing something that pleases Allah, when the last thing on your lips is La ilaha illallah, and Allah, in His immense mercy, has given us signs. Signs that can give hope to the living. Signs that show us someone died upon righteousness. But remember, these signs are not divine guarantees of Jannah. They are hopeful glimpses, indications, not verdicts. As Muslims, we do not say with certainty who goes to paradise or hell, unless confirmed in Quran and Sunnah. We don't say this person is in hell, nor that one is in Jannah. These judgments belong only to Allah, but we are allowed, and even encouraged, to reflect on these signs and strive for them ourselves. One of the most powerful signs of a good death is to die while uttering La ilaha illallah. The Prophet Muhammad said, whoever's last words are La ilaha illallah will enter Jannah. This hadith is a mountain of hope. But don't assume you'll say it easily. The tongue will only say what the heart lived with. If your days were spent cursing, your nights consumed by music, gossip, or neglecting prayer, don't expect your final words to be the kalima. Your soul will leave with whatever it clung to in life. That's why remembrance of Allah throughout your life is crucial. Say it often. Whisper it when you're alone. Say it in sujood. Say it with love. Say it with awe. The heart that lives with La ilaha illallah will die with it, inshallah. But what about those who don't get that chance? What about those who die suddenly, in their sleep, in accidents, or without warning? You see, many people pray for sudden death to avoid suffering. But sudden death isn't always a good sign. The Prophet Muhammad said, sudden death is a punishment for the sinner, and a relief for the believer. Why? Because the sinner loses the chance to repent, return people's rights, or fix what was broken. But for the pious, it can be a mercy. So live in a state that if death comes without warning, you're still ready. I remember a brother who passed away suddenly in his sleep. He had prayed Isha in the masjid and gone to bed with wudu. When his family found him in the morning, his face was lit with peace. There was a slight smile, and the room had a calmness that felt otherworldly. Subhanallah, no one knows his rank with Allah, but his signs gave his family hope. And then there are those who pass in ways that we overlook. Do you know the Prophet Muhammad listed several types of death that are considered martyrdom, without even going to the battlefield? Yes, martyrdom is not limited to dying in combat. The Prophet Muhammad said, the martyrs besides those who die in battle are 7. Then he listed them: the one who dies in a plague, the one who drowns, the one who dies from stomach illness, the one who dies in fire, the one crushed under a collapsing building, the woman who dies during childbirth, and the one who dies from tuberculosis. Each of these deaths involves pain, struggle, and patience. Yet Allah honors them with the title of Shaheed. Imagine the mother who dies bringing life into the world, and Allah honors her with paradise. Imagine the believer who suffers from cancer or internal illness but bears it with sabr, and Allah honors him with martyrdom. What mercy, what justice! But let's not be fooled. These blessings are for those who die while still remembering Allah, still believing in Him, still fulfilling their obligations. It's not just how you die, but what you died upon. Were you praying? Were you fasting? Were you returning rights? Were you making tawbah? Were you sincere? The Prophet Muhammad said, each person will be resurrected upon what they died upon. If you died in prayer, you'll rise in prayer. If you died in sin, may Allah protect us, you'll rise in that state. So every breath, every step, every decision you make, ask yourself, if this was my last act, would I want to meet Allah with it? And then there's the sweat on the forehead at the time of death. The Prophet Muhammad said, the believer dies with sweat on his forehead. This isn't just medical, it's spiritual. It's a sign of struggle, of bearing hardship at the time of death, and leaving the world with dignity. Likewise, dying on a Friday during the day or the night of Friday is a sign of mercy. The Prophet Muhammad said, whoever dies on a Friday, Allah will protect him from the torment of the grave. What a gift. And this shows you, even the timing of your death can be a sign of Allah's love. And then there is the one who dies defending his wealth, his family, or his religion. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever is killed defending his wealth is a martyr. Whoever is killed defending his family is a martyr. Whoever is killed defending his religion is a martyr." This is not a call to chaos or violence. Islam is a religion of restraint, of due process, of justice. But when your deen, your honor, or your family is under threat, standing your ground, even if it costs your life, is rewarded by Allah as martyrdom. So now ask yourself, my dear brothers and sisters, if death comes tonight, will you die on something that pleases Allah? Will you die with the kalma on your tongue? Will you die upon tawheed, upon salah, upon sincerity? Don't wait until it's too late. Repent. Return to salah. Purify your heart. Fix your intentions. And fill your tongue with la ilaha illallah not once, but again and again. Live on it. Die on it. This life is temporary, but your death is eternal. If this reminder touched your heart, then don't keep it to yourself. Share this video so others may benefit. Like it. Comment below what you want your final words to be. And most importantly, subscribe to Islamic Echoes for more heart-shaking reminders rooted in the Quran and Sunnah. Your support helps spread the light, and who knows, maybe you'll be the reason someone turns back to Allah before it's too late. Until next time, may your final breath be your best one. La ilaha